China has dramatically increased its maritime activity around Taiwan, with a record number of Chinese government-linked ships detected in the waters around the island. The surge is raising fresh concerns in Taipei over Beijing's growing pressure and its possible military objectives. Taiwan's Coast Guard says 244 Chinese ships were detected around Taiwan in July, the highest number recorded. That is a sharp increase from 55 ships in June and 30 in May. In July 2025, the number was 58, and the activity has continued into August. In just the first 21 days of August, Taiwan detected 152 Chinese vessels around its main island and outer islands. About 60% of these vessels were Chinese Coast Guard ships. The rest were mainly research vessels and other government-linked boats. Importantly, these figures do not include Chinese Navy warships, which are already operating around Taiwan on a near-daily basis. Taiwan's Coast Guard says the growing presence of Chinese government vessels shows that the situation around the island is becoming increasingly serious. Beijing claims sovereignty over Taiwan and has never ruled out the use of force to bring the island under its control. China has used Coast Guard and research ships for years in disputed waters across the Asia-Pacific. But experts say the scale of activity around Taiwan in recent months is particularly significant. One major concern is China's increasing use of oceanographic research vessels around Taiwan. These ships can collect detailed information about the sea, including water conditions, seabed features, depths, and underwater geography. Taiwan's Coast Guard has previously tracked around 41 Chinese research vessels operating in its waters. One of them, the Tongji, was reportedly seen circling Taiwan in May, surveying areas around the island's restricted waters. The Coast Guard said its activities likely included oceanographic sampling and seabed surveys. Such information could eventually contribute to China's databases for anti-submarine warfare. Then in June, China conducted its first reported law enforcement patrol in waters east of Taiwan. More recently, another Chinese research vessel, the Xiangyang Hong Arrow 3, was observed operating near Taiwan and Japan's exclusive economic zones. The vessel was reportedly moving across deep-sea trenches and areas near underwater telecommunications cables. It was also seen with a Chinese Coast Guard ship and a fishing vessel linked to China's maritime militia. Another concern for Taiwan is the possibility of a quarantine or blockade. If China wanted to increase pressure on Taiwan without launching a full-scale invasion, control of surrounding waters could potentially be used to disrupt the movement of energy, trade, and other critical supplies. For Taiwan, the growing presence of Chinese government ships is therefore more than just a maritime traffic issue. It is being viewed as part of a wider campaign by Beijing to increase pressure, assert jurisdiction, and gradually expand its presence around the island. And with Chinese Navy warships already operating near Taiwan, the record surge in Coast Guard and research vessels is adding another layer to the tensions.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.